Hello, everyone, and welcome to Imagine Visions for a Better World. Today, we have here as our guest Galiya Nurmuhanbetova. She is actually an associate professor at IT University, IT International University here in Almaty, and she's well-known expert on sustainability here in Kazakhstan. So, Galiya, thank you very much to be here with us, and thank you very much for your time. And so, let's get directly to our question. Galiya, you are teaching sustainability in the University of IT. And so my first question is, in which way innovation is a driver to sustainability?
Yes, you're right. I give some lectures about some courses, yes, concerning sustainability. But before I like to quote John Dewey, maybe you know also, if we teach today's students as we taught yesterday's, we rob them of tomorrow. I think this quote includes, yes, some idea of innovation and sustainability. And to my opinion, and briefly, if we say we are residents on one planet, yes, and we rely only one planet. So by sustainability, we mean equality between generations, yeah, and within generations to get environmental, ecological, social, or economical benefits. And we know that the most priority challenges we are facing, humanity facing today, are formulated in the UN Agenda 2030, yeah, it's so-called 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So they cover all spheres from economy, businesses to social life, and so on. And another point is, what is innovation? To my opinion, it's can be innovation. We mean educational innovation. Yeah. So it's understood as procedures or methods which substantially differs from old school teaching. Yes, from traditional practices, and used to increase efficiency and of students, yeah, of education, in so changeable and so competitive environment or world. And if we say about innovation, we mean that lectures or seminars, classes, methods, curriculum should be flexible, yeah, and but at the same time, the finding, some new finding, some advancement in digital age, yes, also have a great influence to education and to which we how to learn, who to learn, yes, and how we perceive life. And I mean some new maybe methods or some procedures, including digital development of digital and media literacy, or for example, STEM materials, online learning, yeah, or gamification also, or for example, smart technology in product design, yeah. And so they all, when we say about innovations, we mean both methodology and technology, yes, combination. And if we say about sustainability, maybe questions, I think not so easy to answer some questions. For example, I put the question for students, how do SDGs, for example, one or more maybe relate to your life personally, yeah, your relatives, or maybe your friends or society, yeah? Or do the priority goals help to understand and critically, yes, analyze all the problem faced by people on the different levels, from local maybe to global? And do they motivate you, make your own decision, change your habits, yeah? And to make a difference, to change life for better? So to answer these questions, we know that not enough to make only theory or statistics or some facts. Yes, we should develop new skills, soft skills, yes, so-called, they called 4C, some communication, collaboration, teamwork, yes, creativity, critical thinking. So we as teachers, we should give students these tools, yes, so make them productive and in their careers, and also improve the quality of their life. Yeah. So I agree that innovation can be driving force, yes, to reach sustainability, which clearly mean live a happy life for the benefit of society and the environment.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. And I have probably will come back on this point during the third question. But before, I have another question. So some years ago, you came here at AlmaU to give a seminar, and you emphasized the importance of reuse and recycling for sustainability. Could you provide us some examples about how these approaches could be used in the everyday life, and what kind of benefits they could provide for society?
Well, yes, you know that in contrast to unsustainable practices, yes, we name some landfilling, for example, or incineration. Sure, we consider sustainable, more sustainable practices like reuse, recycling, but we can continue the list and add, for example, consciously sustainable approaches, say maybe input, yeah, which include rethink, maybe, yes, refuse, replace or invent, maybe reject, maybe sometimes, yes. So we can continue ours, yes, principles. And so the question is how to move from theory to practice, yeah. And if we say about this, approaches, I mean, reuse, recycling, or replacing, sure, we should first stop, focus on SDG 12. Yes, it's responsible consumption production. And in this SDG, I think this underlines that concern to estimation of a footprint, of a pressure of people, individual, or maybe nations. Also, change of business from traditional, usual to unusual, yeah, or make some creating new form of production and supply chain. And so it's, I think we should keep in our mind is to estimate ecological footprint. But the second point is it includes the concept of collaborative consumption. So which the main idea is possessing of resources, of things, maybe goods or services, it's better, excess of these resources, yeah, or some goods or services is better than possess them, yeah. And so it's also a very good ideas to provide, to motivate students to change their everyday life habits, yeah. And because it includes, they very familiar to them, some activities like donation, charity, maybe, yes, barter, or sell and buy in Amazon, for example, yeah, or Airbnb. So they know about the modern trends. And so it's only like introduction. So the concept of ecological footprint and collaborative consumption. And now we can go to the some resources like ecological footprint calculator. Yes, there are different versions, and it's like test, and students should complete the test, answer the questions about energy saving, water, waste management, transportation, maybe, yes, and so on, and complete this test. And after they have results, and results includes your number, your print, it means global hectares, yes, how much, yes, land you should have. And second one, it's maybe carbon footprint also you should, you can perceive, and how many planets you have, yes, if everyone live like you. And so they compare the results, they're surprised why it's so large, yes, the footprint. And the most important to analyze this result and maybe think about what daily maybe routine habits you can change, yes, just now, maybe today, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a short term, yeah, and give at least maybe 3 activities, yeah, and can you share with these maybe new habits with relatives, with your friends, and so on, and so they can write in minutes, say yes, and send me. And concerning calorie consumption practice was also interesting because the idea is very close to national traditions. Yes, collective the help like asar, you know, yes, or maybe giving some maybe close to young relatives, yes, our family. And so it's very maybe interesting to discuss with students about what national traditions are very close to the concept of calorie consumption. I think it's maybe interesting because the Kazakh students are very active and maybe give some activities we know, which are like a business practice in our city, maybe abroad, yeah. And we will suggest some maybe project about calorie consumption, like sharing books, maybe, yes, or sharing with some skills, some music, dancing, yes, or so on. It's also very interesting, and in that way, they maybe it's exciting, maybe class, yes. But anyway, they think about that beyond these activities is accumulation of waste. Yes, we can you can diminish, you can reduce them. Yes, if you do very small steps, very small steps. Yeah, okay. That's how many practices.
I just get with a final question because basically you already answered it, but maybe just a final brief comment. So in which way education and higher education can foster sustainability among the youth? What do you think?
Okay, so you know that maybe it's better to recall our university project. It was like a pilot project under UNESCO. Project sustainability begins with teachers, yeah? And so our project is called as new SDGs, new university policy. And so it can be considered in 3 dimensions. It's like a university policy, yes, strategic, some missions maybe, yeah, or some commitment to principle of a green university, for example, yeah. The level of maybe department, yes, research or design project, and working with youth, with students. I think your question about the last one, yeah? And what about the maybe activities to build the capacity of students? I can name many events, yes, from conference, from roundtable. I know your students of your university, yes, participate. We have some joint events and some projects or startups, green startups, yes. I have a list, and great list of different activities. But anyway, very important that not only one university individually, yes, try to maybe solve this problem. We have an informal association of teachers from 5 universities. It's AlmaU, ITU, Kazakh German University, AlmaU University, Narhoz, and we very often make some events for students. And I think it's worked very well, because it's training, it's communication, and it's sharing with ideas, yes, and exchange with some new knowledge activities.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Galiya, and thank you for your thought-provoking consideration. So we can conclude here the interview. Goodbye, everyone.